Twisted Laughter of Seoraksan. The wind howled like a tormented beast through the ancient pines of Seoraksan, their needles like skeletal fingers clawing at the leaden sky. The setting sun painted the craggy peak crimson, as though the rock itself was bleeding from raw wounds. I, a seasoned hiker drawn to the enigmas of the wilderness, stood at the foot of the brooding mountain, the chilling tales of villagers about a ravenous entity that possessed unwary travelers to feast on their living souls echoing in my ears. Ignoring their dire warnings, I slung my pack across my shoulders and embarked up the little-used forest track accompanied only by my closest friend from university days, Kim Jun-seo, who was enthralled by the prospect of adventure. The smell of damp vegetation and unseen things soon enveloped us like a funereal shroud. As the path faded entirely, the underbrush impenetrable, a deathly silence descended, broken only by our labored breaths and the unsettling groan of ancient pines tormented by elements over long eons. Jun-seo's enthusiasm faded as the woods took on a primordial cast with darkness rapidly descending, gnarled stumps resembling beasts frozen mid-leap and substantial shadows hiding unseen observers. His steps slowed, face drawn with dawning anxiety that the folk tales may hint at realities from elder epochs when chaotic forces moved unchecked through certain lonely places. Sickly foxfire flickered at the edges of our vision while the wind carried unsettling mutterings just beyond perception, faint rustlings coupled with odd sussurrations that retreated whenever we stopped to listen. Then Jun-seo convulsed violently before collapsing like a marionette with severed strings. I rushed over, shock rooting me in place as a rich baritone chuckle emanated from his throat, a sound unlike any my friend could naturally produce. Terror gripped my pounding heart as his gentle features contorted into a rictus grin, skin burning with feverish intensity. His ebony eyes fixed on mine, swirling with viridian foxfire as he lurched upright while vile imprecations poured from his lips in ancient tongue. Your delectable friend now belongs to us, mortal. The voice was strangely modulated as if two speakers shared one mouth. His juicy soul will feed the legions. Jun-seo's limbs jerked in awkward angles as he leapt with blurring speed, his jaws unhinging grotesquely. Paralyzed by shock and mounting horror, I stumbled backwards, Jun-seo's nail-tipped fingers raking my cheek, drawing smoking furrows across vulnerable flesh. Hissing laughter echoed through the silent woods, from both my friend's mouth and myriad unseen watchers delighting in my panic and pain. Suddenly Jun-seo froze again, head cocked as if hearing silent summons from realms beyond. When he resumed grinning approach, there was cunning overlaying the hunger now. In his own strained voice faint beneath the guttural chuckles he gasped, "In my pocket, music box, only hope." Eyes rolled wildly in wordless appeal behind the infernal foxfire. With trembling hands I reached cautiously into his jacket, half expecting this to be a sadistic trap. But my fingers closed on intricate carved rosewood, an heirloom from his beloved grandmother, who had imbued the family treasure with generations of protective charms and blessings. Hardly daring to breathe, I depressed the hidden stud and a delicate melody sang out, notes twining with sublime beauty. The reaction was instantaneous, the possessed Jun-seo recoiled with an inhuman shriek, skin steaming. Around us the shadows seemed to constrict with concentrated menace before reluctantly retreating. Emboldened, I stepped forward, swinging the tiny music box from its golden chain like a censer, the notes weaving a shield of protection around us both. With each repetition the eerie tension slowly abated until finally Jun-seo collapsed, trembling to weep brokenly on the dark earth. Together we stumbled from that accursed valley, the music box playing until we glimpsed sunrise searing the eastern horizon to signal night's end. In the village I said nothing of the hidden evil lurking atop Seoraksan, hungering eternally for living souls. Because I know just glimpsing its reality brings the risk of spiritual corruption and fates far worse than mere death. Yet sometimes on still nights when the sighing wind carries just the right cadence, I fancy I hear faint echoes of rich baritone laughter once more, and imagine the foxfire has spotted me, blazing with anticipation from the shadows of the forest edge as it patiently awaits our inevitable return.